Welcome back to part 4 of Spyro 3 on original hardware. We've unlocked the next area since we beat the last level in the previous episode. However, there is actually one more level there in the first world that we have not unlocked yet. But
listen carefully, you stupid girl.
I'm pretty sure going to the second hub world unlocks it.
Why haven't you disposed of that infernal dragon?
When we go and backtrack, I'll do all of the Sparks levels in a row.
Not afraid? Not afraid? Why have I been training you all these years? Use some magic! Here's a spell book. Whip up a monster and eliminate him. Kill him? I don't care what you do, you useless brat, as long as you get rid of him. Okay, let's see what we got here. This ought to do it. You, come here.
I forgot that Sergeant Byrd was in that cutscene. It has been a while since I've played through the third game. Oh, there's a boss fight
When I heard the sorceress was planning to ambush you, I got here as fast as I could. No worries, though. This wussy green toad will be no match for the two of us.
Right, okay. We have to... I forgot to lower the volume again after the cutscene. That'll do. Okay, do we have to... Yeah, okay, yeah, we do have to charge into it. It's kind of a sumo match. Yeah, Sheila's also putting in work there. Okay, that just flattens us. It's, as I've said, it's been a while since I last played this. So... the bosses... I know very little about. Okay, is that it? There we go. Okay, he's in the lava again. I could really do with some health, but I don't think this battle's going to give them to me. Get out of the way of that. Okay, it turns. Noted. Why wouldn't it? Right. First thing, just charge into it and just keep doing that. It likes to dodge in, well, I guess alternating directions. Alright, just run. In a circle. Until we hear it stop. Okay. Yeah, at least that's just a shove and not actually damage to me. Otherwise this would be nearly impossible. At least with my current skills that I've shown off. Right, you're going to follow me, and you are faster than my dash, and taller than my jump. Okay, why do you have that? Okay, so that shows up shortly before the thing. Really? Okay, so sometimes it shows up, sometimes it doesn't. Right, okay, let's get some distance before he starts hedgehogging all around the place. Okay, that's the fire. Okay, no flames there, that's strange. Now. Right. That's... we're more than halfway there. We're like 2/3? I think it's 6 hits that we gotta do. Yeah, so long as we've got some distance there, we're fine. What? Okay, why introduce a new attack 2/3 the way in? Although I suppose he introduced a new one 1/3 of the way through the battle, so it only makes sense that there'd be another one 2/3 of the way through. Maybe depending on how much time I've got left after this, I'll have to do the Sparks level. Wait, I can set him up so that he's right near the edge. After the jump. Right. Yeah, we've done 2 hits, so he's just done that. No flames. Perfect. Get some distance and stick to the edge. Straight back into the lava. Get some distance and run. Not into the lava though. Don't get flattened. You've got your new attack. Okay, you were going to do it 2 times. Get some distance and run. Stay to the inner circle, but just on the outside of that. Sheila! You traitor! How was I supposed to know you were going to be there? Get some distance. Now run. Right. It's the same strategy as Bully the Bullies from Mario 64. Even if this game released after. Push you. Get this side. I did that quite early, actually. Back into the lava, and now we run. Really? Okay, we're down to green health. We've still got 2 hits. So long as he doesn't catch up, we're fine. Flames. Okay. It's basically just the same thing every time he jumps. Okay, and because we've got 1 extra HP, we should be fine. We can't turn too sharply, so sticking to the middle there is probably a little more beneficial. Ah. Really? The last hit? Ugh. Yeah. This battle is not supposed to be difficult. But when your ally is against you, then you've got a problem. Stay close to the edge. Nice. Just jumped right in. Okay, all good. Taking a shortcut across the arena. Don't go too early. Right, he's back over by the edge. What? Yeah, because that's fair. I get bumped even when I'm not actually able to be bumped. This game's held up by a little more duct tape and glue than Pokémon Scarlet and Violet. Why did he not go backwards there? Yeah, this boss fight's glitchy. Also, I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna get hit in that time, so might as well speed up the process. Also, we're about to get a game over. In a Spyro game. You know, I kind of forgot that the live system even exists in this game. Right, you charge at me. Right, into the lava. Get some distance. Good. Now. Okay, no special attack there. Okay, new attack. Please don't tell me if I get to game over I have to restart the entire game from the beginning again. I almost didn't jump over that. Wait, what? Oh wow, that was a long jump. This is the one. This must be the one. Why did you not... Okay. That's it. And Sheila almost pushed us into the lava again. We need some extra lives desperately. Yeah, that battle was nowhere near that difficult in the reignited version. But yeah. I almost got a game over on the first boss.
Okay, Dragon. You've managed to survive longer than I expected. But you haven't the slightest idea what sort of dangers lie ahead of you. I suggest you grab your cat friend and whatever eggs you found and hightail it back home while you still can.
Yeah, let's gather up the gems from this hub world. And then I think that'll be it for today. I know we're not doing much for the levels, but I need to get better at the game. Okay, I did not need 2 of those, but that's fine. Okay. Clear above water first. hope there's an extra life somewhere around here. I mean, that one boss drained more lives than it took against Ripto from the previous game. And it's not supposed to be difficult. It's the first boss. Even if this is the third game in the series. Also, who names their child Mingus? I can see some people naming their cat Mingus, but yeah. Right, let's hope I can get an extra life out of those. Because I seem to remember getting just an extra life randomly from butterflies. Like that. Right. Oh, we can see the path for this this thief. So just cut across the grass just a little bit to prevent them from backtracking like that. You also can't flame while running. So this is a little more difficult. Stick to the path then. But just the inside edge of the path. Except there, where the path kind of wobbles a bit. Trixie, now that's a bit of a better name. Ah, here's, I think, Sergeant Byrd? Yeah. We're gonna need him for the one of the levels in the previous world as well, so maybe if I... No, we've got to do his home world before we can actually use... well, play as him in a different world. And this is going to require something a little bit stronger than our current equipment. Oh, I guess the equipment just being the regular charge and flame. Also, those rabbits make a weird noise. For a rabbit, anyway. If they were birds, I could understand it a little more. Grab all the gems. Every last one of them. Right, okay. If we're missing a singular gem again, then, yeah. They're too well hidden. Those last few. No extra life. Not yet. I don't know what the criteria is for that. Because gaining extra lives is very much useful, but, yeah. Very infrequent. Yeah, I don't know what happens if we get a game over, because I've never game overed in a Spyro game before. The only game that I've recently got a game over in was Silksong when I was playing Steel Soul. So, if I do get a game over in this game is as difficult as Silksong Steel Soul. But yeah, speaking of that, I've actually managed to beat Steel Soul mode. At least Act 2. I've reached Act 3 in Steel Soul mode, but I refuse to go any further until I've actually beaten the beaten it on regular classic mode. Right, okay, are there any gems missing from here? Let's have a look. Okay, so we're missing 3 eggs. Just underwater egg and quite a few gems. Seemed like 87 gems. Okay, we can farm extra lives here. And I should probably do that before we move on. But... oh yeah, this is a climbable wall, and we have the climbing ability from the second game. Okay, since it said underwater egg... oh, it looks like we missed a few gems from down here, too. So, is this back at the beginning, or what? Okay, Hunter's here again. Why is that there? Oh, there's a target.
Hey, Spyro, Zoe told me that if we hit that doodad up there, the portal will open. Why don't you try spitting this rock at it?
Okay, this is a unique one. A unique way to open one of these. So far it's just been eggs. Hopefully that stays open for future episodes. Some of the previous areas just kind of... I think it might have been the second game where it did that. Oh yeah, we're definitely at the beginning again. Okay. Oh, here's the underwater egg that it was just on about. Dave. Right, there's still that chest that's unbreakable right now. There must be something we can do to it to break it open. Also, how did I miss that? That's literally right at the start. Unless this is the end. This might be the end of the area. Although, it looks to me like it's the start, so... And how did I miss that one? Because this is the ice cave again, yeah. Right, that's another life, and we should be back to, I guess, the maximum there. I don't say the maximum, the standard amount. Right, this chest, how on earth do I break you open? Because you're not one with a target on the top, so that's not breakable that way. How many gems are we missing now? Because if it's a decent amount, I might be able to get it. Super Flame the flower pots. Okay, there's a Super Flame power-up. And a couple of random gems that I somehow missed. I guess I was kind of rushing through the area with those. Because of the thief. No gem back there. I thought I saw one, but no, not really. There it is. There's a Super Flame power. Right. Okay. Let's get another life. Right. And since it says to Super Flame the flower
Spyro.
pots...
This is a Super Flame power-up. You'll find more just like it scattered throughout all the worlds. Why don't you try this one out by using it to break all these planters? I think...
Right, so apparently there's an egg in one of them, but... yeah, you gotta break all of them. Right, that's 2. That's 3. Where's the 4th? And it just drops out of the 4th, right. Alright, that's all of the eggs. Now it's just those last few gems, which I reckon are just the ones from that extra bit. I say extra bit, the... Oh nice, we got an extra life. I didn't have to defeat all of those there. Right, just this. The chest that was completely unbreakable. Yep, that's all the gems. And we still have 15 minutes left, so... might as well try this.
Ah, my good friend Spyro. The sorceress caught this naughty bird letting off rockets in her fireworks factory, but I'm willing to release him into your custody, provided you pay his outstanding fines.
700?
What a sucker. That is, it's a far, far better thing you do today, Spyro, than you have ever done, and, well, so forth, etc. You get the idea.
Yeah, cutscene.
Sergeant Byrd, 90068. Awaiting orders, sir.
I think you'll have to find your commanding officer for that. Hey, what are those things?
These are the latest military hardware. DBX-9 rocket launchers, state-of-the-art.
So why didn't you use them to escape?
Because I have limited ammo, and I wanted to conserve it. For this. Say, where'd you come from? I thought dragons had all been dead for 1,000 years or something.
Well, the rumors of our extinction were slightly exaggerated. We just wanted a little peace and quiet.
Well, if it's peace and quiet you want, you should stay clear of my homeworld for a bit. I reckon I'll be blowing up Rhinox for weeks. Cheerio!
Spyro's death was greatly exaggerated. Well, extinction. But you know the meme. Well, maybe not. It has been a long time.
I have to train the hummingbirds. They must be in peak physical condition if we're going to take on the sorceress.
Yeah, we need to play through this one level.
Sir, the situation is this. Yesterday at 1845 hours, the Rhinox invaded. We defended as best we could, sir, but without your leadership, we didn't put up an effective resistance. By 1900 hours, the rest of the squad was captured and the Rhinox had complete control of the base.
So we need to take control of the base back. But yeah, Sergeant Byrd is a bird. We can fly. And we have access to the rockets. So... although we do not have a charge, so rockets are our only way of attacking. And there's glass here, which we can actually slightly see. Yeah, glass for this area is not exactly great, but we can get around it. Right, that's one hummingbird. But yeah, the flight controls for this game aren't great. But honestly, I'd say they're better than Mario 64's at least. Okay, that's just the starting room again. No? So, where do we go? Is it up? Can we leave through the ceiling? No. But there is an opening higher up, so... got to check this out.
Recommend you take the enemy out with your rockets by pressing the circle button.
Yeah, so this is just a tutorial of how to use Sergeant Byrd. Yeah, we can blow up some walls, although that was more of a door, so it was very easy to read. That chest got in the way. Thankfully, these enemies here aren't too much of an issue. Even if I do get hit, there's still plenty to do that will help me out in the long run. Like the fodder enemy that was in the first room. But yeah, I'd rather not have to go back. Or rather not go back if I don't have to. Especially since there's going to be others that are dotted around, and I don't know what this hole's for. Yeah, despite being a bird, it's easier to walk on the ground.
I've captured the enemy Russians. They won't march far on an empty stomach. Sir,
That's another
the
egg
Rhinox
saved.
have blocked the way out of this next cave
Or
with a
another dragon
security door,
saved.
and I don't think you'll be able to blast your way through this one. Recommend you land on the weights and carry them to the pressure-sensitive security switches either side of the door. When in position, press the square button to drop the weight. Press the
Ah, so that's what the square button does. Right, so we're going to need these. And despite the weight of these, I'm surprised I'm actually able to get that. Right, where's the other one? Okay, those ones that are flying are melee, so I can take them out no issues. As for the grounded ones that throw flower pots at people, who throws flower pots? Right, let's land this on there. I just barely missed. I even saw it move. Right, you don't even have to press the square button. Okay, I saw something pop out of the hole. I don't know if that'll have a thing, but I can aim at it, and I don't know what that did. But there's another hummingbird over here, so I need to free them. By just getting close. Okay, I don't actually have to hit them with a rocket to break open the cage or something like that. Yeah. Just aim and fire. Simple enough. Looks like there's one that's close. Yeah. There's you and you. Don't know how I missed that one there. But let's fly up to get that one. Grab the gems that just remain on the ground. There will be no gems in the air. Only those vases that will be. And I should probably defeat this ladybird. Okay, I somehow hit the back one.
Mission accomplished. It's
Oh, I
great
hit
to
one in
have
the
you
cutscene
back,
there.
sir.
Right, and that has teleported us a little bit, but we should be fine. I can just get around the level, find where we were. Which should just be... No, I was thinking it was down there, but no, it wasn't. Okay, let's grab whatever's over here. Every single gem. You're having a hard time. Right, and there are these rockets here, so we can pick those up and drop them just like the other, well, those weights from earlier. So, are there any enemies? There might be. I mean, here's one. Oh, and they break open those chests as well. Got that one with just a regular rocket. But yeah, I didn't even notice the chest there, so very useful to go after. But yeah, while we're carrying this, we are more limited in our movement. And we're going to need to free all of the hummingbirds, so I'd rather have my movement available to me. Right, there's the end of the level. There's some more of those missiles for us to drop. But I want to go backwards through the level because there is one spot that I need to use this. All the way back at the beginning of the level. And I somehow missed that vase earlier. Okay, this room is clear. Here. Not this room, it's the next one. As long as I can fit through this gap. We can drop one there. I don't know if that's a shortcut or what. But we had to unlock it from above. Looks like this might be just a new section. Nope, I can't land to aim the rockets. So I've just got to do that while I'm in the air. Or face the right direction and then fire. Though the enemies aren't exactly that accurate, we should be fine. Right, that's another one. This is probably the most hidden one. Okay. I don't know if there's a secret way out of here, which just involves dropping that. No, no extra hole in the floor. Right, let's drop that and leave. Because there's nothing in there for us. This entire section is difficult to find, and I spot a gem on the floor, so I've got to grab that before I leave. That's the way backwards, so let's continue on forwards. I reckon those have something to do with another egg. Oh, more gems that I missed on the tomb trips, forwards and backwards. It's just one gem there. Right, so we might be looking for some gems later, but hopefully not. Yeah, no more gems in there by the looks of things. I want to find out what this is for. Like, what these gophers are. I mean, yeah, we can hit them with that. It closes up their holes. Right, okay, we're going to need to go backwards with some more of these rockets. Because hitting them regularly doesn't do anything. But with these, it closes up the holes. Right, I need to look around so I can find another one. Ooh, more enemies. And an extra life, so I need that. Given how many extra lives it took for us to actually beat the first boss, I can't imagine how many it's going to take to beat the others. And I know we've overrun, but it's fine. Ladybird, get out of the way! I can't do anything with that thing in the way. Right. So that'll have fallen off the cliff, yeah. That. Grab these gems, some of them fell down very far. Thankfully we dropped quite quickly. Yeah, I kind of wasn't expecting this to take so long. Right, that's another one of those down. And I spot another vase up in the air, and there's some stuff on top of that, so we're going to need to grab those. But first, this one right here. For 10 gems. I don't even know if the gems do anything in this game. So far I haven't seen them do anything. They're not required for anything, rather. Right, let's go ahead and check out this cave. Surprised I'm actually getting through this so quickly. I guess that just kind of lined up.
Before I was captured, I recovered this egg from the enemy, sir.
Right, that's another egg. Right, that's all of the eggs. So, why could we just defeat the gophers then? They don't seem to do anything, unless it's a skill point, but I'm not after those. I'm simply after the eggs and the gems. Can never get enough gems. There's 15,000 in this game, as opposed to the previous game's 10,000. Right, and that's all the gems. We've got all the eggs and the gems, so not really any reason to stick around. Yes, we've got all 500 gems from this one. Yeah, we have done everything here then. Right. For now, I've been Luke, playing Spyro 3 on original hardware. Signing out.